Good afternoon or good evening, everyone.
We can't hear you, Luke. You are breaking seriously.
Yeah, Luke.
Can you turn off your video? Look, can you turn off your video?
A chapter member here networks can have. So the internet, the internet undoubtedly a crucial requirement for sustainable economic and social development around the world. Having different sizes of users. Next. Joel, next slide, please. Internet connectivity in Kenya. Internet connectivity in Kenya. As a developing country, has characteristics of many countries which are subject to a broad range of internet connectivity challenges. Lacks sufficient competitive communications market environment. Such environments add to their burdens and result in the high cost of internet access and services, which in turn limits adoption and are used by citizens and the extent to which they can participate in the digital revolution. Next slide. Yeah, the internet, a driver of development. Emphasis is still on facilitating access and not necessarily on using it productively by improving efficiencies, optimizing systems and processes that driving innovation. There is need to establish internet access as a basic right due to it being critical to economy and competitiveness. Next slide. Sustainable development goals and the internet. Here you find that community networks will be very important because for all of the SDGs, the internet and by extension ICTs are seen as crucial catalysts for the successful realization. Improving access to information enables the more efficient delivery of goods and services, optimizes existing processes. Yeah, I hope. Next. Community networks and e-commerce. These community networks will enable entrepreneurs participate and perform in e-commerce, will open opportunities and challenges for entrepreneurs selling on e-commerce platforms, can serve or can be a business case for e-commerce platforms to invest in entrepreneurs. Next slide. Yeah, importance of community, importance of e-commerce. E-commerce stands out because of its potential to overcome market barriers and connect consumers and businesses, even when traditional commercial and market transactions are relatively limited. The rapid expansion of e-commerce over the last 2 decades has made it a defining feature of the modern economy and a powerful engine for economic development. Advances in e-commerce platforms are defining the sector, building on a population with the high internet access and the use rates. Yeah. Importance of e-commerce continued. For sellers, e-commerce covers access to new markets, particularly for small businesses with a limited geographical footprint, and it encourages business to support the adoption of digital technologies. For consumers, e-commerce provides access to a wider marketplace, often marked by greater value, choice, and convenience. For markets, e-commerce can drive employment as an indirect result of business growth in sellers and related services, such as logistics. Next slide. The COVID-19 pandemic. This dominated global economic development during 2020. Restrictions on movement and other interventions to protect public health have reduced economic activity in most sectors. And most countries are affecting production, distribution, and consumption, with greater impact in countries that were less well prepared to deal with the crisis. The COVID-19 pandemic has altered trade patterns substantially, at least in the short term. Second. Kenyans under poverty. 80% are either income poor or near the poverty line. 78% of Kenyan workers are employed in the informal sector, many of whom lack security of employment, have fewer labor rights in union organizations, that suffer from low access to social protection. To explain a bit, you find that the community networks, if well impressed in this country, realize that likely the percentage of the poor will access at least an income by using e-platforms when they are selling online. And that's why most of the informal workers who are normally being employed and working in risky situations may be doing their jobs while not necessarily moving or working in an unhealthy environment. But somehow the networks can be of a lot of benefit to the majority of the Kenyan poor. Next slide. Internet access. Household access internet in this country. Household access internet higher than electricity. 30% of households have an internet connection, mainly through mobile phones. That's why you find that people have phones, but they charge elsewhere, and the charging phones is basically just a business. Among the income poor, 13% only access the internet, and this mostly in the urban centers. Yet, the income poor in rural areas are just 8%. So, accessing the internet in this country among the poor is the lowest. The only savior looks like the community networks can be of benefit. Now, internet rates remain lower among households with older heads, particularly beyond the youth threshold. Now, this is again an issue whereby this can be of importance. Next slide. Government support here. The development of relevant content, services, and applications, particularly e-government, will drive demand. That's where we require support. Even if internet access costs were to drop significantly, low-income populations might still find internet services and access equipment unaffordable or of limited value relative to their income levels. Strong infrastructure and the local technical communities provide complementary building blocks upon which more and a better internet infrastructure can be built. Where local infrastructure is not robust, internet connection is less reliable and more expensive. Last slide. Yeah, thanks members. Yeah, this is, I hope my presentation ends there. That is what's appearing here. Is basically the source where the information was received. Otherwise, thanks Joel and the team. Any questions?
Thank you very much, Luke. Thank you, Mr. Kapchanga. That sounds like a Ugandan talking about Kenyan situation. Anyway, yeah, thank you.
Because I'm on the border.
Yes, I was worried that you will have a Ugandan situation, not the Kenyan one, but please. So,
Yes.
and look, thinking about the presentation, I think you see that our situation, it is like a summary. Actually, it's good that Luke came towards the end. He kind of summarized what we have seen from the first presentation from Alphonse and also from Lumumba. You know, we are looking at the economics of this internet, and in summary, he says that, you know, if this opportunity is given to the rural poor, there is an opportunity that one more person will get a job or will be connected to a certain opportunity. I think that is the bottom line. As an internet society, we feel that, you know, if this kind of access is countrywide and then extended to the region, we would like to, you know, see a difference in this country. Let me allow one or two questions. I need also to welcome Twahir and Irene Misoi. But before they come on, Twahir is asking, what do you think can be done to improve access to the internet? And also, yes, I think that's the only question we have on the chat. Kindly respond to that. All the presenters can get 30 seconds each. We can start with Luke.
Yes, he's asking about what can be done to improve on access. Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, go on.
On what? Basically, that is why I was talking. I mentioned about government support in terms of infrastructure. That's going to give the pathway on how to address access to the majority of the rural poor. I don't know if I'm making the point clear.
Yes.
It had been captured down there in the community. Yeah, yes.
That is true. Finish.
Yeah, I hope at least I've been very brief, but that is how I explained it, that with the government support of the community networks, then the access question will have the answer.